Hello and welcome to Melanated Voices. My name is Nell, the platform creator, and I am here with Jackson. Hi, Jackson.
Hello, how are you today?
But first, before we get into it with Jackson, I do have a shout out or two. So first, I would like to shout out Jessica Roseman of Lavish Lounge. She's in my face today. Ow, giving you face right now. They are located at 60 Connolly Parkway, Building 7C. And they do everything beauty, meaning hair, nails, makeup, everything. Contact Vanity by Stephanie at 203-676-8509 to get in contact with anyone at Lavish Lounge. I also want to take this time on a more sober note and want to send my condolences out and say rest in peace to my good dear friend, Douglas Daniels, who passed over last weekend. Yeah, he was a great friend, and we'll miss you always. So now back to Melanated Voices, the entrepreneurial podcast for the Black businesses and bosses. We are here with Jackson, who, matter of fact, let you explain it. Jackson, what do you do?
So I actually do financial services, so it could be anywhere in the rims from, helping people establish their credit. For beginners that's just starting out, might not have nothing in their name, all the way up to those people who actually achieve their credit goals with, getting a home. They actually have their cars, their businesses, and they want to protect that because, at the end of the day, we all going to die. So they need to make sure that they have their will, trust, power of attorney all set out.
Yes, definitely.
So, they could be able to say, who the car goes to because, family members are going to get petty, fighting over sweaters. So petty.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
So basically, I take care of everything with that, along with, helping people on a day-to-day save money, eliminate debt. Student loans is crazy.
Definitely.
So, just being able to manage your finances and, those little tips that we need to know because, unfortunately, nobody's going to teach us that.
Okay, and how long have you been in this business?
I've actually been doing this for 4 years.
Oh, wow. Okay, excellent. And what made you become a financial educator?
Let me tell you guys simply, I'm not different from anybody else that I help. I, just had student loan issues.
Okay.
And, somebody reached out to me and said, don't you want to position yourself to buy a house or, want better in life?
Definitely.
What are you going to do about your student loans? And I'm like, I'm paying them like everybody else. And they're like, oh, no, you need to remove that stuff.
Definitely,
so you can be able to do more.
Yes.
And I was just like, you know what? Let's see what's going on. Within 4 months, the company was able to successfully remove my student loans from my credit report.
That's amazing.
My credit score went up 137 points. And, I just started telling everybody.
Okay.
I was a teacher for 11 years, so I knew, like, all my fellow teachers, they had the same, student loan issues as well.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
Student loans is, like, one of the biggest debts in America.
Definitely.
So I just started telling people, and basically I started earning extra money just by doing that.
Okay.
I'm always open, to get extra money. Like anybody
Definitely.
who's closed-minded to,
Definitely, yes.
making extra income is like, I don't really know about them because I don't know what they get for free. But, I don't got too many things going on that's coming for free.
Exactly.
So, I just jumped on the opportunity to be able to want more because we always need money to pay for stuff. Like within that time, my truck broke down. And I was one of those people that just didn't want a car note. Like, I don't want another bill.
Yeah.
And when my truck broke down, I said, you know what? If I'm going to the car dealership, I got to get a car note. I want what I want.
Exactly.
You're not about to give me whatever y'all feel like I can
exactly.
have.
What they feel your credit or your financial status is good enough for.
But a lot of people don't know that. They can't go to the car dealership and get what they want because their credit is not where they need it to be. So they got to kind of get whatever's available. Yeah, you got to settle.
Definitely.
And then the APR rates be crazy and everything. So I said, you know what? If I'm getting a car note, this is what I want. This is the features that I needed to have. This is the type of engine I want it to be. And they was like, you know what? No problem, Ms. Jackson. We'll get your truck to the front of the building within 20 minutes.
Wow, that's excellent. Now, tell us, why is credit so important, especially in the Black community?
My goodness. I actually, host free workshops and seminars just to give this information. And it's all because, America basically, they prey on what you don't know.
Yes, definitely.
So every time we make a mistake, we end up having to pay for it.
Definitely.
And they're getting rich, so they're making a business off of it. So the things that we don't know about credit, we're actually, hurting ourselves.
Definitely.
And credit is so important because what could you really get without people running your name? I mean, even for an iPhone, they're running your name.
Definitely.
And if you have to put down a deposit, it's based on your credit. And some people are like, well, I had to pay $500 deposit for my phone. And it's also not because they got bad credit, but because they never even tapped into the
credit. Exactly.
Oh, man, they never tapped into the system at all.
I've heard that so many times. It's not that you have bad credit, you just don't have enough credit. You haven't established credit. You have to establish more credit. I've never had credit cards or anything, so it was like I had to build my credit. I'm currently building my credit up now with secured cards and things like that. What can you do with good credit? Name some of the things that you can acquire with
life
with
is
good
amazing
credit.
when you got good credit. I mean, just the leverage, period.
Wow.
Like, if you have good credit, you always have money. Like,
Wow,
you'll
okay.
never be without because
Okay.
you have good credit.
Okay.
Like, the same thing as with getting a vehicle. Like, those double-digit interest rates are charging you more. That's just, you're paying for 2 cars almost. So when you got good credit, you're paying exactly what something is and not paying anything extra. So most people feel like, my car note is $500, $600. Like, that's just how much it is, and I can afford it, so I'm paying it. But it's somebody driving that same vehicle that's paying $250.
Exactly.
While you're paying $600.
Definitely.
And when you got good credit, you walk in places and you say your name and you getting whatever you want. They don't want no income verifications. They don't want nothing because they're like, based on your report and your credit history, I'm gonna give you whatever you want.
Wow.
Because you just you established such an amazing relationship with your previous credit card, with your mortgage, with your car note, all those things. And people don't know that they need to have all different accounts when it comes to credit and not just, I pay my bills on time.
That's one of the questions I was going to ask you. General credit questions. A lot of people are misinformed. They don't exactly know. I know I was one of them, like, as long as I pay my bills on time, my credit should be up. And I'm like, why is my credit like right here? And I'm paying my bills on time. I'm making sure that the UI is paid on time, making sure that the gas is paid on time. I'm making sure my rent is paid on time.
I'm so glad
what
you named
are
those things.
some things that raise your score? Without giving all your secrets.
No problem. I love to share this information because me keeping it is not going to do anything. I want my community and my people to flourish.
Excellent.
So I don't have my workshops and classes are absolutely free.
Wow.
So I'm glad that you named the light bill, the gas bill, all those things. So when you pay your rent, your light bill, your gas bill, that does not report to your credit.
Wow, I did not know. Are you serious?
Phone
Yo,
bill.
light bill, you're not about to get paid on time all the time. You know what I'm saying? You're about to get some late payments.
Facts. Because, it's not doing anything for your credit.
Okay.
So when it does do something for your credit is when you don't pay it.
Okay.
So when you don't pay it, they say, okay, I'm going to put this on your credit report because you didn't pay.
Okay.
But why are you reporting the bad stuff? Can you help me out? Like, report
Yeah,
the
exactly.
good stuff. Like, I
I've
got to
been
pay
paying on time.
every month.
Exactly.
Like, who lives with free lights, free gas? Like, that doesn't happen. So that's something that we're paying throughout life. This is a residual bill. This is a bill that we can't get rid of.
Exactly.
So it needs to benefit us in some type of way. So there is a way where you can actually report your lights and your gas to be able to get a credit, but of course you got to pay in order for it to be reported to your credit report.
Okay.
Your rent, that's your largest bill.
It is the largest.
So, you can also put that onto your credit report, and I have information, where that could be paid as well.
Okay.
We got teenagers living in our home, eating up everything.
Definitely.
These kids out of control. They're going back to school.
Yes.
So you can actually put your teenager on your information to build their credit for free.
Wow.
There's so many things that, we just don't know.
No, we don't.
Because nobody's sharing this information with us. And when people get this information, they just buy their little house all in a suburb or in a different state somewhere, take all the information and leave everybody.
Or charge you exuberant amounts of money for the information.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. People
where a lot of people,
capitalizing.
because they're struggling already, because their credit scores are low already, it's like, I don't have enough money to pay for this information. So, I've been living like this, so I might as well just continue. So a lot of people will still go on misinformed and uninformed because, people just don't want to share the knowledge, share the wealth.
It's a system and it's a business. Everybody's trying to get paid. So you either going to pay for this information, you're going to pay for your mistakes, or you are going to invest time and money into bettering yourself.
Definitely.
That's just all what it is.
Definitely.
I was actually reading something with my boyfriend yesterday that says the bank told me that I could not afford a $950 $950 a month mortgage, so I'm gonna just stay here paying this $1,400 a month. Like, that is real. People are really paying higher, rental
than they are
for
mortgages.
their properties than their mortgages,
I
or
have
because
heard
the
that.
bank is looking at their finances and their income, and people are like, well, I got the money. Yeah, you got the money, but how responsible are you? How much money are you saving? Like, what are you doing with your money? They're looking at that. So that's why they're saying no to that $900 mortgage. You can't get that because there's other things that come along with finances besides having the money.
Exactly. What are some different lines of credit that you can get?
Awesome. So, in order to really boost your credit score, you need a mix of credit.
Okay.
So you're gonna need, say 2 to 3 credit cards. And when it comes to credit cards, you actually need to have major credit cards. You don't need to have Kohl's, Walmart, Macy's, Target, all those cards. You don't need to have those cards. If you have a major credit card from bigger institutions or whatever the case may be that give gas points and airlines and stuff like that. Those cards, you can use at all the stores when you're shopping and everything.
Now, question for those who have like poor credit or low credit who are not eligible for those cards, how do they become eligible for those cards?
So you're gonna have to invest some money. I usually tell people when I start people with my clients, I said, listen, if you have $500, I can help you establish your credit. But if you have $750, like, you could really put yourself in a great place.
Okay.
And some people are like, they don't have $500, and we got a statistic within our company that says if you don't have an extra $500 for emergency, it's a possibility. Statistics say that people will become homeless just from not having an extra $500 saved. So you have to invest that money into yourself to be able to get your credit up.
Okay.
Or what you can do for free, which I was going to say, is those authorized users. You know somebody with good credit, your parents, your aunt, your spiritual mother, whatever the case may be, like, ask them. Ask them, like, can you put my name up there?
Okay.
And that will help out so much, because if they have, credit history for 20 years and 10 years, that helps you out a lot. That will definitely boost your credit score.
Now, how good are these secured credit cards I've been hearing about? Because I've been told to get a couple myself. How good are those? Those are pretty good.
The more you have, the better. It's just people don't have that money to invest.
So
I usually tell them whatever the minimum is, if they say you only got to put $100 for the secure card or $200, put that up there and be able to have multiple secure cards, because that's another company reporting. So every single card that you got, that's one person saying you're doing great, 2 people saying you're doing great, 5 people. Like, so it might be, a little annoying to keep investing that money or whatever the case may be. But this is an investment that you can really set yourself up for life.
This is investment temporarily right now that may seem like a struggle, but later on in the future, it's
got to make it happen. You have
it's like
to
no
make it
ceilings
happen
in the future. Okay, so not only do you do credit, you also do real estate and home ownership.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, you can't buy a house, unless your credit is together.
Definitely.
So, just, being on the investment side, with having, the multiple properties, and also, wanting to go into getting that 3-family house, that 4-family, that apartment building is so much better, because you could live in one of those units for absolutely free.
And rent out the other two.
Your tenants are like literally setting you up. So when you do things like this is what's paying back your student loans. This is what's paying your car notes. So you can live for free. Like, it's just amazing to be, set up that way. I have some of my friends and, close people around me that pay like $400 a month to live.
Wow.
Because of, having those rental properties and, just setting themselves up.
Okay.
And, that's where you see a lot more people taking vacations. Why? Because it's a swipe.
You're like, well, they don't even work. How are they?
They can swipe and pay for that trip 4 or 5 months down the line.
Exactly.
But here you are taking your next paycheck, missing work. The money is not really there. And when you come back home, you broke.
Exactly.
Like, it's just, we have to
trying to scramble to get it back up. We
have to have a better mindset about the things that we do.
Definitely. Better, especially in the Black community. I want to do a session with a couple of creditors, including yourself, where we can sit down and talk about the financial mindset of the Black community. I feel like people just need to be taught things. I feel like a lot of people just don't know, and I feel like they're hopeless. I feel like the Black community is hopeless, and they just feel like they're just not in the...
some people really don't know where to go. Some people don't have, anybody around them that they can actually reach out that's going to give that information, because nobody around them is doing anything free. So this is where I say, we live in a world where, before we couldn't get on the internet and find information like this, but it's unlimited now. It
is unlimited.
You can find information, and you can actually, do what you need to do to make it happen for yourself, but you have to the best way to invest into yourself, you're going to pay some money, or you're going to invest your time. But you have to make it happen. It's going to be one or the other. It's never going to be another way, and most of the time, you got to do both.
Exactly. So when is your next information session?
Absolutely. So we are having one on Tuesday, August 3rd.
Excellent.
This is going to be at 6:30 p.m. In Westville. Nice. And, people are, willing to come. I sell people, definitely RSVP, so you could be able to get that free gift that we offer, which is, something financial for you to be able to use, for the rest of your life.
And what's the exact address in Westville?
So this will be at 1440 Welly Avenue in New Haven.
Okay. And how would people get in contact with you How will people get in contact with you for your services?
Absolutely. So I do get free consultations because not everybody has bad credit. Some people actually need to establish credit, or some people are doing very well to where they just, need to set themselves up to protect, because they feel like, when I get ready to die, I want to make sure things are in place and, my kids are not struggling. They have a monthly, settlement that's being given to them, because that's another thing that we need to talk about. Life insurance.
Yes.
Life insurance.
Especially now, people. It's crazy out here. I swear, for the past couple of weeks, I've just been hearing bad news after bad news. My timeline is crying every day. So, yes, that life insurance, it doesn't even matter the age anymore, where it was like, you reach a certain age. We're not reaching that certain age.
Right.
We're not reaching that certain age. So that's
life
very
insurance
important.
is called life insurance for a reason.
Definitely.
It's a way to capitalize and, basically build that generational wealth that we need.
Okay.
That's why when some people, they lose their job, they don't care.
Yeah.
Because they could go borrow $20,000 out their life insurance policy. They get sick, they could go get a whole blood transfusion in another country, come back and be well. Their house, something is going wrong, or they're about to foreclose on their home or anything. They just call their life insurance people and say, let me get $50,000, let me save my house, and let me get a job next month.
So are you the middleman in the life insurance, or are you yourself?
So how I actually tapped into this whole financial industry is I started in life insurance.
Okay.
And I said, okay, let me see what's going on with this industry. And that's what made me think differently about money. That's where I really learned how money works and how we need to make every single one of our dollars work for us.
Okay.
From there, I actually, understood more about the credit and financial wave. And then I went to school for real estate. Okay. And in the real estate industry, a lot of people are just becoming real estate agents. Like there's multiple different jobs. Like, a house needs to be inspected before it's sold. Yes. You can inspect a house 10, 20 times. So that's why I looked into becoming an inspector.
Okay.
Because you make more money. Yes, you make more money. These real estate agents are struggling, because they're not selling no houses. Oh, wow. There's not even enough houses right now to even sell.
On the market. Yep.
So anybody could contact me, for a free consultation at 844-55-SCORE. You can find me on every social media platform at Jackson PerfectScore. And, I'm ready. I'm ready to work with people. Like I said, this information is, I give it for free. I love to help people. I love to see people achieve their goals.
And that is a blessing.
Because
the more you bless, you will be blessed. Seriously.
People all over America are really saying, it was her, it was this girl. And that's enough gratification for me. Yes. Do I get paid for it financially? Yes. But that word of mouth by saying, I bought my house 4 years because of this person, they're going to constantly be telling that story.
Definitely.
I love it.
Definitely.
I love it.
I thank you so much for coming on Melanated Voices. I love Melanated Voices because I get to meet so many wonderful people. And tell me what you would tell the next inspiring entrepreneur who might want to be that real estate agent, or might want to, I see it all the time, posts saying that, who wants to be the next credit person? And they might not think that they can do it.
Absolutely.
What would you tell that next person?
So this is where I would say you really got to go with something that's, you're passionate about. You can't really just do everything. That's why things don't really work for people, and people have a hard time, achieving certain goals because they don't feel it. They don't wake up every day with that drive. And this is something that I do wake up and know that I have to do. Like, And I would just say, number one, try everything. Try everything. Like, know, where you actually fit in. And then don't quit your job. Don't quit your job.
Don't quit your day job.
This is something that a lot of people do. They're like, you know what? I made all this money. I'm going to just quit my job after a week or 2 weeks. You do not quit your job. You use your job to fund your business.
Yes.
Until you make enough money to where you don't need your job anymore. When you can match that income, that's when you leave your job. Yes, it's going to be, long nights and frustrating to be working your 9 to 5 and also be putting in the hours for your business, but you have to make it happen. Definitely. You have to make it happen. So, just learn as much as you can, see what works for you, and, until you make $1 million, you better find 1 million different ways to make it happen.
Those are wise words from a wise woman. Also, you have a office in Westville, right?
I do.
Okay. Can you give us the address to that?
So this is where I do my workshops and classes at 1440 Welly Avenue. And this is where I meet my clients. This is where I also host my sessions on Tuesday to be able to give this information. So if anybody's looking to get on that VIP list, to hold their spot to reserve, of course, with COVID, everything is so crazy and limited. They're more than welcome. More than welcome.
Okay, excellent. Well, Jackson, thank you again for coming on Melanated Voices. We will meet again because, like I said, I want to have the info session for financial literacy in the Black community. So we will be seeing Jackson again on Melanated Voices. And thank you guys for tuning in. Entrepreneurs, if you are looking to showcase your businesses, Black businesses, we love you guys. Please contact Melanated Voices at Melanated Voices Podcast 21 at gmail.com. Peace.